here to talk about Longhorn, but we're really not. If you could be seated for just a minute. Thanks. I've had the privilege of working with Greg for like 17 years. It is a long time. We won't even go into how old that makes you. But it's a monumental day for Greg becoming lead pastor, and we're very excited about that. It's been a privilege to minister with Greg and to serve. He is Captain Creative. And you see that in his ministries and what he does and in the work that he does. But there's a lot of things that you don't see. You don't see the countless times we have paced the sanctuary thinking, well, maybe if we put the pews over here, maybe if we put the speaker over there, maybe if we... the engineering part of him just won't go away. I think one of my favorite things that we've done is when we did the CLC building and the sound was bad and we're consulting all kinds of sound engineers. Greg and I one Saturday afternoon got all of his laundry out and hung it across the middle of the thing. The hooks are still there.
It was blankets. And we
hung it all up there because somebody told us if you did that, the sound wouldn't bounce around as much. Thankfully, we chose sound paneling for professional. One of my other favorite things with Greg is when he and his family went to Turkey for the very first time. They had little. We had a 15-passenger van, and we took all of their stuff in the 15-passenger van. The rules at the airport were different back then. I dropped Greg and all of his stuff at the curb and said, "See ya." And somebody later brought the rest of his family down, and Greg was standing. I felt bad 10 minutes later. It's like, stand in all these boxes. Greg is just a privilege and a blast to be able to serve with you and to minister with you. Greg gets spring fever every year. And this year is no exception to that. It's nice that he mentioned his really cool minivan earlier. That's your third one, right?
It's unique, yes.
Is that your third one? I remember the first one. It had the wood paneling on the side. It was always winking. Smoke was coming out of the back of it. And but Greg and I get spring fever every year. And some years it's boats, some years it's campers, some years it's cars. But there's always, hey, did you see this on Craigslist? I got a phone call.
It's my Caesar. I'm sorry. Thanks for letting everyone know.
Everybody talk the internet at Greg's computer. So I got a phone call about 6 weeks ago from Greg's second oldest son, Colin, who's at the Air Force Academy in Colorado, and said, "Hey, we need to do something for Dad." I'm like, "Oh, I'm in with that." And Colin isn't able to be here today, but Greg's oldest son, Andrew, is here. So, Andrew Hills.
Greg, you're making me nervous.
Congratulations, and as sort of a thank you from Colin and I for being the best father that either of us have ever had. We'd like to show you something outside. Please. You can all go if you want. You can all go.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Yes.
Is this April Fool's?
Yes, it is.
But this is not a joke.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is this April Fool's? Because I'm going to cry, okay? I'm crying on film right now. My kids know that one of the things I think about every spring is getting a truck. As much as I love my Saturn and my minivan.
It starts for everything.
It starts. Take it for a spin. All right. Go for a spin. Adios. All right, Greg.